Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mide's Insights. My name still remains Mide. So today I'll be sharing with you the craziest moments from my school days. Growing up, I'm sure we all watched a lot of Nollywood movies and how they made university look to us like see it was going to be interesting. This was the same mentality that I got in my head, like, okay, it's going to be like Nollywood movies, where some days you can choose to go to school, some days you can choose not to go to school, parties here, parties there, and fun, which I basically just thought school was going to be, uni was going to be all fun, but it wasn't the same thing in my own school. Those of you that attended Olabisi Onabanjo University can relate to this story I'm about to share. So when I gained admission, I was quite excited like, oh yeah, finally I'm in school, I'm going to have fun and all of that. But the shocker of my life that I got, from gaining admission in my school up until the point of attending your first class, everything in my own school is stress. So I got to okay, now we were supposed to do verification immediately after you gain admission. So like we did verification, and that verification, the work that you work is not from this planet. Having to walk from the admin to motion ground, if you know my school, trust me, you will definitely know that that's not a small work. I think I had to do that about 6 times before I got it right, and when I eventually got it right, it wasn't even like I got it right. Then the person of first certainty said, we cannot do it because the course we gave to you is not in your O levels. I'm like, what's happening? Because I wanted a different course. We all know how Nigerian universities might play out for you. You want A and then you get B and all of that. But that wasn't even an issue for me. I just wanted like, okay, I'm here already. Let me make the best out of this. But it didn't happen like that. They had to stress my entire life. Fast forward to when I now eventually finished with everything, I now go to school. I enter class. After I enter class, I think it was after I had packed my bags and my mom followed me down to the park, and that moment was the moment of truth for me, of me getting to realize that, hey, trust me, this is actually reality and you are going to spend a lot of the time in your life alone. So we got to the park, I got to school, I slept in my room that night. I had not even slept in my room. I got to the house and I looked at the house. Is this where I'm going to stay? I said yes. I called my mom immediately. I'm like, Mommy, this cannot work. I cannot stay in this place. And they were like, just manage. Fast forward, I managed. That night was a night of me actually getting to realize. I slept on the bed and I looked at the four walls of that room, and I'm like, really? You are going to be here for the next 4 years? Wow. Ooh. I think I could not really sleep that night. I couldn't really sleep that night because I'd lived most of my life before I came out. I lived like almost all my entire life with them, and I think I've not really left their sight. I never really fully left their sight. I was always around them. So that day was a shock of my life. I think the next week I fell sick. I got to school and I collapsed. This is not even any joke at all. I got to school and I collapsed, and the doctor told me that it's typhoid because Ogun State. Well, this story is longer than this, but I'm just going to try to keep it as short as I can. So another thing that is on my list is So another thing on my list is having to attend classes, having to fill course forms and all of that. I think movies generally just need to start portraying the right things for us in their movies and not start filling our heads with, oh, school is all interesting and beautiful. Trust me, it's all interesting and beautiful in movies, but in reality it's something entirely different. I think if I had known about all of these crazy things that I was going to expect, lecturers, you do some exam, you're expecting A, you get C, you get E, you write, your hand will pain you. For those of you that know how philosophy can be crazy, you can understand my pain as a student, because I did write. And the Bible said no, say I write. It's only in my department that you want to go and write the exam. You will not go with 1 biro, 2 biro, because you know that your ink might finish inside the exam. You will write till your ink will finish. You will have time to write, but your hand is even paining you to even continue the writing. That's how crazy it was for me. I think I'll try as much as possible to document my last days in school and probably share with you guys so that you guys can really get to see how crazy it was. But it was beautiful at the end of the day, because at the end of the day it was just about celebrating. Yeah, we are signing out. Ashwebi, this one is Ankara Day, Native Day, this one day, that one day. It was all interesting and beautiful. And looking back now, I don't have any regret that I actually went on that journey. It was a beautiful one, and I think it was really worth it, because I got myself a bachelor's degree already. Thank you. So moving on now to the last segment of the show, which is the part where I share things that caught my attention on the internet. And this one has to be a picture that I saw. I'm not sure you guys are ready for this, but trust me, you just have to be ready for this. I'll go on a quick break, and when I come back, I'll be sharing with you. Welcome back, guys. So the internet is a very funny space, right? Sometimes there are things that I see on the internet and I'm wondering, how do people come up with this thing? So let's take a look at this now. I saw this on the internet. I'm like, Agbawo, boss, bros. So Agbawo is all those, how do I translate this into English for those that don't understand? Agbawo is people that they used to call is the old owl. The old owl. I don't know, just fill in the gap. So Agbawo is 20M to 2 billion, and boss is 10M to 19 million, bros is 5M to 9 million, and G is 3M to 500k. Bro, 10k to 5k, Alaye 4k to 2k, Benny 1k to 500. I don't know which category you all fall into, but I'm going to tell you the category I fall into because of people that are watching that want to help my ministry. As for me, it is the Ogbeni gang that I fall into. There is no money in my hand. As I am like this, after doing all this video, I checked my account balance and I discovered that, trust me, to get to this Agbawo level, it's gonna take a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you today on this beautiful episode. Till I catch you again, I remain your host, Mide. Please.